What's up, guys? Ben Askren back with another Mental Monday for you. So, last one from the NCAA Championships is the one thing that I noticed that these athletes are so much better at than when I watch, say, a youth. I watch a lot of youth wrestling, watch a lot of high school wrestling because I coach at the academies. And so when I'm watching these youth tournaments, high school tournaments, and then college tournaments, obviously, like skill-wise, strength-wise, a lot different, right? But from a mental standpoint, the one thing that I see that is so much different and it's so important is unflappability. And I don't know, that might not be a word. I'm gonna call it a word. What I mean, in these high-pressure situations, the best guys, they're just so stone cold. They are. There's no reaction. And you watch a youth tournament, and maybe it's because the parents are crazy in the corner, or a high school tournament. One little thing goes the wrong way, and the kid's flipping out, losing his mind. And then, as a coach, you got to refocus him. And me as a coach, I try to train that into the athletes. Hey, don't get shaken, don't get worried. And you're watching the NCAA tournament, and man, these guys are in such high pressure situations. Whether it's, I can go all the way through the finals, and I can tell you a high pressure situation they were in, and it just didn't seem like it fazed them at all. And so, I think one of the best ones of these is funny because one of these guys was this guy, and he still is, right? He didn't get flustered. But then the other guy who beat him in the finals showed this for sure, and so that's the Vincenzo Joseph, Mekhi Lewis finals. Vincenzo Joseph has been known as this guy that he's just totally unshakable, totally unflappable, just stays relaxed in these high pressure situations, just wins no matter what. And then I think what you saw, 3 matches in a row, Mekhi Lewis was in tight matches. He was in a tight match against Alex Marinelli. He was in a tight match against Evan Wick, and then the finals wasn't so tight, but it was kind of high pressure, right? Vincenzo gets that escape. In the third period, they're neutral. And it wasn't a one takedown match, but obviously Vincenzo gets a takedown, it's closer to it. And Mekhi Lewis was in, I don't want to say bad situations, but not optimal situations against all 3 of those wrestlers. All 3 of those wrestlers are really super high level. If you think of like the scenario when Alex Marinelli was in on his legs, and he just looks so calm, so relaxed. There's not an issue in the world. There's not a problem. He's not panicking. And I think that's just something you could take away. If you're a high school wrestler, if you're a youth wrestler, if you're a high school coach, youth coach, and you're watching these athletes and they're so calm, they're so relaxed, they're so poised, and then you watch a high school or youth tournament and what you see is there's very few athletes that show that kind of calmness and kind of poise. Obviously, it's something that needs to be worked on, right? It's something that's not very natural. It's something that doesn't come very easy. But obviously you see, I pointed out one example, but like I said, I think you can go all the way through the finals and point out many examples. Jason Nolf, obviously a high level of poise. Yanni, boom, another, right? There's so many of these guys that are so poised. And high school level, we just don't see that. So if you're a high school coach, if you're a youth coach, if you're a high school athlete, youth athlete, pay attention to the way these guys carry themselves. Pay attention to how composed, how poised they are. Pay attention to how they cannot be bothered. No matter what's going on, they're calm, they're relaxed, they're into the action. So I think that's something that I see as a gigantic difference between youth wrestling, high school wrestling, and then the high level of college wrestling. So hopefully you guys can employ that into your wrestling. I hope this helped you. Have a great Monday. See you.